All right, testing. Can you hear me? Hopefully I sound good.
Oh, you sound fantastic. All right, stand by.
Welcome to Chicago.
SportsTownChicago.com.
O'Hare.
Broadcasting live from Sportstown, Chicago.
Broadcast home for your Windy City Bulls and Chicago Dogs.
We're in a league of our own. Now, here's your SportstownChicago.com scoreboard update.
All right, the scoreboard update here in the update studio here in Sportstown, Chicago with your good friends tonight. Going to be talking some sports. Going to be talking to my good friend Fred Love. What's up, Fred?
What's going on, Neil? I can't wait to do the show with you.
Yeah, it's good to have you back again. I'm Neil Fiorito, of course, with the legendary Fred Love here in Sportstown, Chicago, live at the Illinois Media School O'Hare campus. And we have a lot to cover today, my friend.
Yes, we do. Have a lot to talk about.
Last time we were together, we talked music?
Yeah, we did a good music show, did some rock and roll, and a couple of good hit tunes that even you forgot about.
Very true. Yeah, you kept me on my toes during that show.
Yeah.
So we have some Cubs we're talking tonight. We're going to be talking some Bears. Going to be talking some Bulls.
Bulls.
Well, first we're going to dive into your Chicago Cubs. Of course, the 2025 season is upon us here, and our Cubs are looking pretty good. You are more of a Cubs fan than a Sox fan. Is that right,
Yes,
Fred?
I grew up a Cubs fan. Grew up listening to Harry Carey and Steve Stone on WGN television. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm a Cubs fan.
Now, are you one of those Cubs fans who actually despises the White Sox, or are you kind of cool with the Sox?
I don't have a lot of hatred for the White Sox. I actually live down the street from the White Sox Stadium on 35th Street.
Oh, you live there now?
Yeah. Right now, I currently live less than a mile down the street. But I don't hate the White Sox. Everyone in my family is White Sox fans. And I've always had a mutual respect for the White Sox. I never understood why the management never really put enough resources into the team. But I kind of understand that because the Cubs went through that for a period. But, yeah, I lean more towards the north side than I do the south side.
That's awesome. Now, do you go to Sox games? Do you like going to the park?
Yeah, I do like going to the White Sox
to Wright Field now?
Yeah, whatever you want to call it. I still call it Comiskey Park because that's what I grew up on. But, no, I actually do love going to some White Sox games. The food there is incredible.
It really is. It's a wonderful park. The food is really good.
Very good.
You know, the area in that area where the park is has changed a lot. There's a lot more around the area with some bars and some restaurants and some fun things to do.
Yeah, one of my favorite restaurants is Buffalo Wings and Rings on 35th and Halsted.
Never been. It's good, huh?
Yeah, love that place.
Yeah, I got to get there sometime. It's really, I mean, it's hard to compare to Wrigley Field because Wrigley Field is its own entity, right? It's
really, kind of embodied its own lifestyle.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's its own neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
Wrigleyville, right? So a lot to do, a lot to catch up on here with baseball. And your Cubs, I should say our Cubs, because I'm definitely more of a Cubs fan.
Yes.
Of course, our
Cubs.
That's
why we connect so well.
Yeah, that's among many other things. Music's a big part of our relationship, too. We both love our tunes. As of right now, of course, we're during the All-Star break. And the Cubs are, I'm looking at it right here. Of course, I knew that already, but they are in first place. 57-39 is their record. The Brewers are right behind them. The Cardinals are kind of in the mix as well. And then you have the Reds and the Pirates. So what are your hopes now here coming up for the Cubs? Where do you see them? A lot of excitement, especially surrounding PCA, right? That's the big deal with the Cubs right now. It's such a huge deal in him being part of the All-Star game as well. And being an All-Star, it's a lot of fun. You know, we haven't had a lot of excitement with the Cubs as of late. You know, there's been a flash in the pan here and there. But
pretty much not since 2016.
Yeah, when they won it all, right? For the first time in a long time.
A very long time.
So what are you expecting? What are you seeing here on out for our Cubs? What are you hoping to see? And what are you thinking is going to happen come the end of the year?
Well, the one thing I hope for is PCA continues this hot streak. I know he's been off to a good start, and I just hope he continues it on after the All-Star break, and he doesn't fall off. I know that's a rough thing for a lot of first-year players is that they get hot for the first half, and then the second half comes, they kind of slow down. hit a wall. But hopefully PCA can keep his stats up. And Suzuki, he's been incredible this year. If he can continue to hit, and I think that's going to be a major plus for the Cubs.
Yeah.
And the biggest surprise, I think, has been Michael Busch. He's been a really good bat for the Cubs. He's coming in from the Dodgers. He has a lot of power, and that's going to help the Cubs in the future and down the line, especially in the postseason. So, yeah, I just hope that the pitching stays well, the bullpen stays good, and Palencia, he seems to be a good closer for the Cubs right now. So, hopefully they can just keep things in order and they don't let the Brewers just slip past them, because we've seen it. I'm sure you've seen it a lot of times where the Cubs had a lead going into the final week of the season, and then the Cubs or the Cardinals or the Brewers or the Reds or whatever team behind them sneaks right past them and gets the lead, the Central.
Well,
and Central at the time. Yeah.
And of all teams to be right on our tail, the Brewers, right?
Always. They're so pesky. Pesky.
Any Wisconsin team, the Packers too, right?
Yes, they're always just like that itch that you can't scratch, and it just bugs you.
And even if you scratch it, it may go away for a few minutes, and then it comes back again.
Right back. And then if you keep scratching too much, it's going to turn into a rash.
You're right.
And then you really can't get rid of it.
That should be called the Milwaukee Rash, right, instead of the Brewers.
Perfect name for them.
Jeez. Well, we're talking some of our favorite Cubs players and some good memories, obviously. You rattle off a few players who are the favorites right now with the Cubs. But so many great Cubs have come and gone over the years.
Yes.
I can remember, one of my fondest memories growing up was, of course, watching Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire.
And that was my childhood growing up
right?
in 98. See, that's what made me a baseball fan.
Mm-hmm.
That 98 season, them Sosa, McGwire going back and forth. I remember, I think I was 11 years old that summer, and I would be outside playing with my friends. My grandfather would come to outside the door and say, "Sosa's about to hit," and I would tell my friends, "Hey, I'll see y'all in about 5 minutes." I'm running inside, see Sosa hit a home run.
They were probably doing the same thing, like everybody's scattered,
everybody
right?
Went inside the house. We wanted to see Sosa hit a home run. Sosa hit a home run. We come back outside going crazy.
Traffic was super light at that time because everybody's in the house watching, right?
It was must watch, and people just don't understand. I tell this new generation that all the time, that you guys missed something special in 98.
Really
especially
special.
coming after the baseball strike in 94. That really brought baseball back for a lot of people. Baseball was in a bad spot after the strike.
Very good point. And that was somewhere, that was, like you said, that is must-see TV with McGwire and Sosa together. And I'm really glad that the Cubs brought Sammy back into the area of Cubs baseball, right, and back into the fold. And
I am too. I never understood why the Rakers needed an apology from him, but apparently he gave it to him, and they accepted it, and they brought him back, which was a good thing.
It was really exciting to see him back in the building again, and hearing him talk. And that's got to be an awful feeling. I understand what he went through and some of the things that have been talked about with him, but like you said, him and Mark really brought the game back to where it needed to be, because it was down and out for a while, right?
Yes.
So it was so exciting. Even my wife and people in our family, younger kids, the younger generation, everybody was on board with it, because the adults were all running to the TV, and the kids started figuring out, well, there's something fun going on, because everybody's yelling and screaming, and they want to be a part of this big moment in history, right? So so much fun. So even going back to those days, and for me, the days of Ryan Sandberg and seeing Rick Sutcliffe and just Andre Dawson, all of these fun players from the Cubs.
Those were fun teams. Sean Dunston, that 84 team, 84 and 89 team.
Yeah, that was fun too. Was that when Mitch was playing Wild Thing, right?
Yes, that was Mitch Williams. Yeah, Don Zimmer was the manager that year.
Mitch Zimmer, Popeye. They called him Popeye, right?
I love Don Zimmer.
So much fun. And then we just lost a baseball great recently, right? The coach of the time that went on that huge rant.
Yes, Lee Elia.
I didn't know much about him when I worked for WBBM Radio, as you know, and I was hearing the sports players, the sports casters talking about his rant and playing part of his rant when it was just all beep, 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 beep. Couldn't even hear what the guy was talking about because it was full of swear.
And do you know who recorded that audio?
Yeah, the late, great Les Robstein.
Yes.
From
He
670
was
The
the
Score.
He was the only one in that room that had a tape recorder.
I don't think I knew that. He was the only one there.
He said it was only 4 reporters in the room. He was the only one with a tape recorder, the old school tape recorders, and he had taped it. And Elia went on to have that epic rant.
Leave it to Les.
So many expletives.
Leave it to Les Grobstein, right, to be there.
Great Les Grobstein. Oh, I miss him too.
Yeah, he was a lot of fun. When I first started working at WBBM News Radio full-time as a traffic reporter, I, like he, worked the overnight shift, and we were both done at 5 a.m. together.
Yeah.
We would walk out together every day, and he was so much fun because he would grab me and say, Neil, I don't know if I showed you these pictures of Jordan or these pictures of Lee Durham or whatever the case was. And he'd go back to all these old schools and like Mike Singletary of the Bears and all these great pictures of him captured with all these great people. And
that's amazing.
It really was. And walking out with him, it would take like 20 minutes to leave the building because then he would stop and talk to the folks at security. He knew their names. He would go up and say, hey, Jim, I don't know if I showed you this picture of me, of Harry Carey and I back when we were drinking Budweisers together, and it just, it was such a cool moment and so much fun for me to be able to walk out of the studios with a legend and have him.
And he was an absolute legend.
Definitely. And he knew everybody,
Everybody.
He had been in it for so long, and hearing him rant about certain players and rant about how much he hated the Packers.
Yes.
So
Those
much
was
fun.
great. I love Grilles.
Miss him so much. So there's, a lot of fun. Obviously, Harry Carey was such a big part of I remember growing up, you and I grew up around the same time, and hearing Harry Carey and Steve Stone call a game, you could sit and listen to that all day. It was so soothing and so much fun, and you got so much out of it, and you learned so much about the game and some of the players. Steve Stone to this day, now he's on the other side of town with the White Sox, but even hearing him today, it's the same sound you remember growing up.
Yep.
And again, just so soothing. And Harry Carey, what a character, right?
Absolutely.
He
was the best.
He really was. I remember during the Bulls' heyday when they were winning their championships, and I happened to be downtown. I don't remember for which championship it was, but Harry was on the streets, walking the streets just like Bulls fans, with a beer and sharing stories and sharing laughs and sharing that exciting, magical moment that was the Chicago Bulls,
Yes, and that sounds like Harry. Harry was a party guy.
He really
was a true party guy. He loved the party.
He really did. And I remember when he was broadcasting for the White Sox, my dad's a big Sox fan, and my dad was with, 4 or 5 buddies at a Sox game, and they were underneath the area where he was broadcasting from in the booth, and they bought him a beer and said, can you give this to Harry Carey? I'm sure he got that all the time.
Oh, yeah.
But my dad said, he bought, him and his buddies bought Harry a beer and let him know it's from Joe and his friends down here. And Harry got the beer, and during the break, he pointed down and went, Joe and his friends, waved at my father and his friends. And what a moment for my dad and his friends to get that eye contact and that recognition from Harry Carey.
I'm sure that was big for him.
Huge, and at that time, of course, there's no phones, there's no cameras or anything, so it was just a moment they share between fans and such a legend like Harry Carey, and he waved down to him and said thanks for the beer, and just so many fun memories that you can. And of course, going through when they finally won the World Series, I remember it was super late when they had the rain delay for that last game. And my wife was the only one that stayed up. I fell asleep. We all had to work the next day. The game was on, but I was dozing in and out of consciousness. My kids were younger. They didn't really, care as much at that time, so they were asleep. And I remember when it started getting really good, my wife woke me up and said, you can't go to sleep. You got to wake up and watch this. And he woke my kids up, and they both came into the bedroom and on the bed watching for a little bit and then falling asleep, and me kind of, again, in and out. But what a moment we shared. And my wife, who was never really into the Cubs or, baseball or football. Now she's into more of that because of me, but she was the one that was caught in that moment, making sure that we were up to capture that winning game. You know, it was
that's beautiful.
It was really something to be a part of that, and so many names from that team that we had, and most of them are gone. That's why it was so cool to see Schwarber winning the other day in the All-Star game, and the batting contest they did, right?
Yep.
And explain that to me. I didn't follow it as much as I should have. They do something new now for the home run contest. Is that right?
Yeah, I believe
it's like a hit off or I forget what they call it.
Like a swing off?
Swing off.
Swing off. That's what it is.
So Schwarber won that, right?
Right.
Which was so cool to see him again. I remember watching that special year or two with Wilson Contreras coming up to bat for his first time ever as a player, and he hits a home run.
Yeah,
his first at bat. I remember that, and of course, how can you forget about all the other players that we had with their names are escaping me now. Rizzo.
Yeah, Rizzo,
Baez, and who's the young kid? The Bryant.
Yeah, Chris Bryant.
I mean, just to be able to watch all of them together in that magical season and that magical manager they had, right?
Yes, Joe Madden.
Madden coming here and finally changing things, and of course you go back and remember when they had a chance to go again and the famous Steve Bartman game and right? You think about all that stuff that happened in the past. Wasn't that amazing? It's funny because I mow the lawn at home and I have a set of headphones that I wear while I'm mowing the lawn that looks like what Bartman was wearing, and I got my glasses and my hat on, and my wife always says, Steve Bartman.
Oh, yeah, you can't escape from that, especially at that time period, because if you look remotely like Steve Bartman, they was going to call you out on
You're dead.
Oh, yeah.
And you still haven't heard from the guy, right? We still don't know what he's doing.
He moved out of Chicago. They ran him out. Poor guy.
He's probably with the witness protection program, right?
He has to be because no one's ever seen him. No one's heard of him. I know Sylvie has been trying to find him to do an interview with him, and he says he can't find him. All the connections Sylvie has, he still can't find them.
He does not want to be found.
No.
Well, that was a lot of fun talking Cubs with my friend Fred. We are here in Sportstown, Chicago, live at the Illinois Media School, the O'Hare campus. We're going to be talking a little Bears football coming up, my friend.
Bears.
Let's do it together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Bears. Talking Bears coming up next. Sportstown, Chicago. We'll see you in just a few.
It's the summer of coffee at Dunkin' Donuts. To reach peak summer mode, you need your summer coffee. Like a smooth new s'mores frozen Dunkin' coffee, a refreshing butter pecan iced coffee, or a sweet coconut cream by cold brew. What could be better than an iced or frozen coffee on a hot summer day? Nothing. Dunkin' Donuts has all your favorite flavors this summer. So come enjoy the summer of coffee and keep cool out there, kids. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
When car dealers fight for your business, you win. AutoJudo.com makes car buying fun by letting dealers compete for your business live. Real-time Auto Judo fights are the fast and easy new way to get multiple dealers' best offer on any car you want. It's free and anonymous. Only the dealer you select as the winner of your Auto Judo fight receives your contact info. You're never obligated to buy, so test drive your best deals now at AutoJudo.com. Dealers fight, you save.
Yo, check it out. We got the finest pizza in all the land. Italian Fiesta is on deck, and I'm telling you, it's a hit. These pies don't miss. No matter what time you get the munchies. Pepperoni, extra cheese, turkey Italian sausage, they got all the toppings. Italian Fiesta delivers until midnight during the week and 1 a.m. on the weekends. Plus, you can use your Uber Eats or Grubhub if you got the app. And if you ain't rocking with the pizza that night, try one of their sandwiches or pasta. And they have plenty of side dishes, just like me, if you know what I mean. Hop online and go to ItalianFiesta.com or call 773-684-2222. Piece of pizza, that is.
There's only one place to watch your favorite sports team and have mouth-watering pizza. Come on down to Moretti's Pizzeria, where you can get a pizza for half the price every Tuesday. Try out our delicious varieties of pizza, sandwiches, and much more. I don't know about you, but a gooey mac and cheese pizza with a size of cheesy mozzarella sticks and watching sports sounds like paradise to me. Stop by at one of our 12 locations near you. We're open 7 days a week, anywhere from 10:30 a.m. to midnight. Visit our website, Moretti'sRestaurants.com, for delivery, catering, and even private parties. Moretti's, we bring the fun.
Did you know that Club New in Aurora is the ultimate entertainment complex? Monday nights, it's free football and darts in the sports bar. Tuesday night is league night. Join the pool and darts team. Wednesday night is ladies' night at Club New. All the ladies get in free. Gentlemen pay a $5 cover after 9 p.m. Thursday night starts the weekend off right with College Flashback Night. Low price drinks, retro music, and an awesome buffet. Friday and Saturday night, it's the hottest dance club in the suburbs. Club New Nightclub and Sports Bar is located at 2121 New York Street in Aurora.
You've tried the it places, but they leave you hungry with an empty wallet. That's where Gretel comes in. They got what you really want. Visit their chic, lounge-like gastropub and try one of Chicago's top burgers, the Gretel Griddle Burger. The house-made bun and garlic aioli set this one apart from the rest. And don't miss half-price oysters, 4 to 6, Monday through Thursday. With rotating drafts, craft cocktails, and portions that don't skimp. This is one of Logan Square's best-kept secrets. Monday through Thursday, 11 to midnight. Friday and Saturday, open till 1. 2833 West Armitage. Gretel. Let's make this a night. Visit GretelChicago.com for menu and more.
I sound a little cocky, but I think we're legends in Chicago. We really are.
SportsTownChicago.com.
We're all looking to save $1 these days, right? Well, Pino's Domain is the perfect spot for pizza lovers with the $10 and under menu that'll make your taste buds and your wallet happy. Fried chicken sandwiches, just $6, and it's so good I had to start working there just to eat it every day. That's not all. Grab 2 large one-topping pizzas with extra cheesy goodness and a 2-liter soda for just $26.30. Plus, order online to get 5% off exclusive deals. Family owned and operated for 30 years, open 7 days a week, and until 1 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. Check them out on the corner of North Main and Willoughby. Pino's on Main, your new
Oh my
favorite
God,
pizza
I need
place.
some Pookie's crack cake. Pookie's crack cakes.
Yeah, girl. You ain't never heard about the best crack cakes in Chicago?
They right there in the Bronzeville area, right at 105 East 47th Street.
They're moist, delicious, premium homemade cakes made fresh daily. One bite and you're addicted.
They got the caramel cake, butter pecan praline, and red velvet. Ooh, and don't forget the strawberry lemonade and the chocolate Oreo dream. They're open Wednesday through Saturdays, 11 to 6 p.m. Sundays, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. And they're closed Mondays and Tuesdays.
Early arrival is highly recommended. First come, first serve. They give out tickets at 10 a.m.
Just mention you heard it right here on Real Girl Talk Radio, and you'll get a free butter cookie with your purchase. Make sure you follow them on Instagram and Facebook at Pookie's Crack Cakes.
Girl, where you going?
I gotta go get my crack cake.
Let's go.
Looking for a great bargain? Want to find cool collectibles? Need to get fresh fruit and vegetables for the family? Come on down to Swaparama. 3 great locations, 42nd and Ashton in Chicago, Melrose Park, and Alsa, with hundreds of indoor and outdoor vendors selling clothing, tools, electronics, and much, much more. Have stuff for sale? Become a Swaparama vendor and turn your hidden treasure into cash. Visit their website for market days, hours, and vendor information. Go to swap-o-rama.com. Swaparama, the first name in flea markets.
There's only one place to watch your favorite sports team and have mouth-watering pizza. Come on down to Moretti's Pizzeria, where you can get a pizza for half the price every Tuesday. Try out our delicious varieties of pizza, sandwiches, and much more. I don't know about you, but a gooey mac and cheese pizza with a size of cheesy mozzarella sticks and watching sports sounds like paradise to me. Stop by at one of our 12 locations near you. We're open 7 days a week, anywhere from 10:30 a.m. to midnight. Visit our website, Moretti'sRestaurants.com, for delivery, catering, and even private parties. Moretti's, we bring the fun.
Get money for that old car sitting in your driveway today. No more insurance payments. No more playing taxi for your friends and your family. More room in your garage with Winning Auto Wrecker. Winning Auto Wrecker comes directly to you and takes that problem car away and off your hands. Call anytime, day or night at 888-555-0910. Or go to winningautorex.com and we will take that junk off your hands in no time. You win, we win with Winning Auto Wreckers.
Live here in Sportstown, Chicago, it is Neil. It is Fred.
Hello.
Good evening. We are talking sports. We're having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
We talked a lot of Cubs baseball. It's
That
an
was a fun
exciting
segment.
time. Yeah, that was fun. And it's very relevant, obviously, because the Cubs are in their season and hopefully making another playoff push and getting another World Series under their belt.
Fingers crossed.
That would be a lot of fun. But now we're talking about our passion. Of course, we love our Cubs. We love our Bulls. We're going to be talking about the Bulls a little later on in the show. Again, live here at the Sportstown Chicago, here at Illinois Media School, the O'Hare campus. I'm Neil Fiorito with Fred Love.
Hello.
And we're talking about our Bears' outlook for the season coming up for 2025. And this weekend, they're already reporting back to camp.
That's crazy.
You know what that means, Fred?
Yes.
Preseason's right around the corner, my
Right
friend.
around the corner. I think we're less than 50 days away from the first game of the NFL season.
Love to hear that. So what are we thinking I remember last year, we all remember last year that the Bears were featured on Hard Knocks. Mm-hmm. A lot of us, weren't crazy about Matt Eberflus when they hired him. Nah. Saw Hard Knocks. I have to be honest, I felt a little bit different. The players seemed to take to him. He seemed like a very down-to-earth, fun guy. He kind of seemed like he knew what he was doing and what he was talking about. Once the season started, we all realized that was not the case.
He really did it.
So it, for what it's worth, a lot of us thought the Bears would be a 9-10 win team. I know I had them going 10 wins looking at the schedule. I picked them to win 10 games last year. They started out fairly strong, and then obviously we know what happened after that Washington game. Mm-hmm. Kind of went downhill.
What was it, 10 straight losses?
Yeah. But they beat the Packers that last game of the season.
That is true.
They're on an upswing now.
That made everything up. Not everything up, but it made a lot of things up.
It made a lot of things better, right? So what do we think? I'm going to start with you, Fred. And this season, obviously, we got the coach, right? Ben Johnson was probably the most sought-after coach out there, and he wanted to come here. He wanted to come to Chicago. He's a Cubs fan.
Yeah.
Obviously, I would think a Caleb Williams fan. Right?
I would think that's the reason why he came.
He wanted to come here and change things and change the narrative and make the Chicago Bears relevant again. He is a young offensive mind who had the Lions going in a very good direction for several years. He seems, I know this is his first coaching job. I get that. But he really seems and really looks the part.
Yeah, he does.
Right? What are your thoughts on him? You like him?
I really do. I don't know much about Ben Johnson before he came here. But
not many people do. He's a young guy.
Yeah, but from everything that I've been hearing from him, everything he's been saying, I like him. I really have trust in him right now. He sounds better than any of the other coaches we've had, than John Fox, Eberflus,
Trestman.
Oh, my God.
Duran.
Yeah, rest in peace, Dick Duran. But
I liked him a lot, but as a coach, no.
Yeah, but I think Ben Johnson, I think he knows what he's doing. I think he has a philosophy he's going to bring to the Bears. I think he's getting the players that fits his philosophy, and hopefully his system works.
I agree. And one of the things that he has said in the past early on in his tenure here, and I think it's something a lot of us talk about here, is be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah. So
in other words, he's going to be on you. You know what I mean? He's going to hold you accountable. And that's, let's face it, from a kid on, that's what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to be held accountable for your actions, especially if you're a professional football player or a professional anything. You should be held accountable. Look what these guys are making. Yeah. Look at the money they're making, which is great. I mean, more power to them. They're in a very violent game, and one hit can end not only your career, your life.
Absolutely.
Right? So, I mean, what they're doing out there, those guys are gladiators. There's no doubt about it, but act like it. Play the game like you care about it, right? I mean, there's a lot of guys just cashing paychecks. He's going to hold you accountable from what he says. Let's see how things go. But he definitely, I remember when he was walking in to his first press conference, Caleb was there, DJ was there, Cole Kmet, some others were there. I think our new receiver escapes me right now. Rome, Odunze.
Oh, Odunze.
They were all there to be there for his first press conference, and I remember watching the video like 10 times over and over again, him walking in and Caleb being there and putting his fist out, and Ben Johnson just looking at Caleb, all business, man. Mm-hmm. No, you know what I mean? Like stoic face, business. He wasn't there to play. You could see it in his face now. Will it translate? We don't know, right? Because we got our hopes up last year, too, thinking it would translate. I mean, we've been Bears fans for a long time. Mm-hmm. We always think positive. That's one thing about Bears fans that I've noticed over the years, and I'm one of them. You think positive every year. I might tell my wife after a game on a Sunday, that's it, I'm done. I'll tell friends, that's it, I'm done. Couple days, it wears down, it wears off. And Sunday, I'm right back in front of that TV again.
They always get you.
Always, but I come right back because that is my love. That's my passion. That's my team. You know, that's my Bears. Everybody loves the Bears. It's still Chicago's team, regardless of two baseball teams, a hockey team, the WNBA team, a soccer team. We got a team, everything. You know, we have a team representing every sport just about. But the Bears are huge, and they've always been obviously a big part of our lives. So where we're talking about a Bears season coming up now, 2025. You got the coach. You have a really good offensive line now, right? It looks like you do anyway. As we say, on paper, it looks fantastic. You paid a lot of money, and they've definitely made some changes to their defensive line with that as well. We got another receiver they drafted. Hopefully he's going to be okay. 2 receivers, actually. One isn't signed yet, but hopefully the tight end that we got, number 1, he's going to be okay. He's hurt, right? He's hurt right now. So you're thinking positive, right, for the team. Where do you see them this year? Where are you putting them at as far as wins go? What are you thinking?
If I had to make a win prediction, I don't want to go too high, so I won't say anything like 10 or 11. I keep it moderate. I give them about 8 wins.
Okay, which is a lot better than last year. They won 5 games, right?
Yeah, I'll take 8 wins.
Okay, 8 wins. I'm going to go 9.
Okay.
Because I went 10 last year and got completely burned. So I'm going to go a notch down. I'm going to put them at 9 wins, which is still a success. If they don't get into the playoffs, if they come out and they look like a better, efficient football team that are scoring points, that are getting after you on defense. You have a coach that knows what he's doing. Look at all these coaches around him, Fred. They got a really good coaching staff, again, on paper, right?
He has an all-star staff around him.
Great. Yeah, I mean, you got guys that could be head coaches. One guy that was a head coach in the league.
Eric Bieniemy, he was a wanted head coach. And Antoine Randall, he's an incredible coach.
Stud.
Yes.
When he played,
I've always been a fan of Antoine.
And then, of course, Dennis Allen.
Yeah, Dennis Allen, he's one of the best DCs in the NFL.
Definitely. So we have a really good coaching staff, and Ben's going to learn, I'm sure, a lot from each and every one, as they're going to learn things from him as well, right? So we're talking our Bears. We got them at 8 wins. We got them at 9 wins. We'll take either one. A winning season would be fantastic. Even if they're a notch below, that's okay, because remember, there's 17 games now. And we're talking old school. We're talking Super Bowl Shuffle. Do you still remember some of the lines from the Super Bowl Shuffle?
Not really. I was born a year after the Super Bowl Shuffle, so I don't really know all the lines.
I remember every single one of them still.
Did you have it on record?
Yeah, and now I have the CD. Yeah, I had the record. And I'm actually looking for it if I see it, because my wife and I, again, buy vinyl. If I see it at one of my record stores, I'm going to buy it just to have that crackle sound and the sound of the old school vinyl of the Bears Super Bowl Shuffle. But
you know what's funny? I found out about the Super Bowl Shuffle is they recorded it, and then after Peyton and McMahon actually added their video in afterwards.
Yes. Yeah, because they weren't available.
Yeah, they wasn't there when they recorded it together.
And when did they record it, Fred? Do you remember?
Was it 80? It was before the Super Bowl, right?
Yes, but do you remember when they actually recorded it, following what game?
When they lost to Miami.
They lost Monday night to Miami, and Willie Gault was doing something for charity. Willie Gault was an actor, and he had his hands in a lot of different things, and obviously knew a lot of people. And he talked some guys into going in and recording that for charity, the Super Bowl Shuffle, when you just lost on national television. What did the Bears care?
Yeah.
They knew they were going to go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl, right?
And they did.
Unbelievable. It still amazes me to this day, and going out and recording something like that after you lose the one game you lose during the season, and you go and record the Super Bowl Shuffle, showing, you know what, it didn't even matter. So we lost a game. We're still going to win the whole thing.
That showed how confident they was.
Unbelievable.
They already knew, even after a loss, like, you know what, we're still going to win this thing.
Doesn't even matter, right?
No,
and they did it for charity, which was really cool. Yeah. The Bears are doing it to feed the needy. We didn't come here looking for trouble. We just come down to do the Super Bowl Shuffle. Yeah, that was so much fun. And going back to some of the memories during that time, of course, no one can forget that season. It was a magical season.
Yeah, the fridge. Everyone remembers the fridge.
Good old number 72, William Refrigerator Perry. Jim McMahon was one of my favorites, still is. Love Jim McMahon. I know that he wasn't a star quarterback, wasn't a stud quarterback. He got hurt a lot, wasn't the best quarterback in the world. But you know what? The guy won, Fred.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you can't deny that. I take wins over anything else.
And he threw everything he had out on the field, right? He played with a lot of emotion. He played with a lot of heart, and that's really all you can ask for. So Jim McMahon, of course, I mean, the best Bear of all, Walter Payton, right?
Yeah, sweetness. He was the best.
He was unbelievable. A quick story about him, and then I want to hear some of your memories and some of your players. My aunt and uncle still live in Barrington, not far from where Walter Payton lived. And I remember my cousins we used to ride our bikes over to his house, which is maybe about a 10-minute bike ride from where my aunt and uncle lived. And we would go to their house and we'd pull up in their driveway and see if anybody was out, see if anybody was around.
Mm-hmm.
And the one day we took our bikes there, Walter was out watering his grass or his flowers, whatever it was. And I couldn't believe my eyes, Fred. We rode our bikes, me and my cousins, up to the driveway, which is a very long driveway, but just a very, typical house in the suburbs. Nice home, but not gated up or anything like that. And he's watering away, and I couldn't believe it. And I stuck my hand up and I went, "Mr. Payton, Mr. Payton." And he looked up at me and waved, and I was like, "Oh,
you could have died at that
this
moment.
is the big one, right?" I'm gonna come to you right now, Elizabeth, with Walter Payton saying hello to me. It was such a moment that I'll never forget.
Wow.
Right?
Was he wearing the headband?
No, he was. I think if I remember right, he was wearing just like a white T-shirt and some shorts, and just out there watering his flowers, watering his grass, and waved at me with a big old smile, and something I will never forget. I'm sure many people could tell you stories about him and what they've seen of him and have met him in the past. But such a fun season, a magical season. Who were some of your favorite Bears of even today or then?
Well, growing up, one of my favorite players was Mike Brown. I still remember when he
37?
Yeah, 36. I believe. No, 37. Yeah, 37.
Hang on a minute.
Yep.
Pat on the back.
Pass on the back to you.
Mike Brown was
Mike
great.
Brown was one of my favorites. I still remember when he had those 2 interceptions back-to-back weeks against San Francisco and Cleveland.
Yes.
Those was amazing moments.
And finishing those were game-winning scores, right?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Mike Brown, give me another one. We talked about Urlacher a little bit off air.
Well, another one was Keith Traylor, one of the Sandwich Boys with him and Ted Washington, big 300-pound nose tackle. Keith Traylor.
I was at the game against Jacksonville.
When he intercepted the ball?
Yes.
Yes.
And they caught up to the poor guy and
I wanted him to score so bad.
Watching him run was, even some of the players I think were like laughing as they were running, trying to see that big man run down the field. And I got to see that live. Ted Washington, right? Those guys in the middle, like you mentioned.
That 2001 team was incredible.
That was a 13-3 season, if I remember.
That was
that Geron?
Yeah, Dick Geron, first season for Jerry Angelo.
Yeah, and then they got their butts kicked by Philadelphia, right?
Yeah, and then they shut down Soldier Field after that and demolished it.
That's
and then
right.
they had to go down to University of Illinois and had a terrible season after that.
Yep, I do remember there, though. I think that's where Brett Favre, isn't that where his career ended, at the University of Illinois when he was playing for Minnesota? I think Urlacher laid him out.
That was University of Minnesota.
Okay. I got it mixed up.
I think that was Corey Wooten that took him out.
Was it Wooten?
Yeah. I believe it was Corey
I know
Wooten.
Brian Urlacher was like standing over him.
Yeah.
So he was involved somehow, but you're right, Wooten.
Yeah,
I forgot about Corey.
Yeah, Corey Wooten was another good player for a time.
Man, how about give me one old-time player that stands out to you, one of your favorites?
Charles Tillman.
Okay.
Peanut Tillman.
33.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. The good old peanut punch.
The peanut punch, knocking that ball out of whack.
And I never forget the first game he played against Randy Moss. He ball hawked Randy Moss.
I love that.
I still remember
it's
that.
in my head. Kelvin Johnson, he had some fun with, too.
Yes.
Hey, Fred, those were the days.
Yes, they were. Memories.
Sportstown Chicago, Fred Love, Neil Fiorito back with you, talking some Bulls in just a few minutes. If you are smart, you will not go anywhere. We'll see you in a couple minutes.
Chicago sports for sure.
SportsTownChicago.com.
It's the summer of coffee at Dunkin' Donuts. To reach peak summer mode, you need your summer coffee. Like a smooth new s'mores frozen Dunkin' coffee, a refreshing butter pecan iced coffee, or a sweet coconut cream by cold brew. What could be better than an iced or frozen coffee on a hot summer day? Nothing. Dunkin' Donuts has all your favorite flavors this summer. So come enjoy the summer of coffee and keep cool out there, kids. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Hoo-yah!
When car dealers fight for your business, you win. AutoJudo.com makes car buying fun by letting dealers compete for your business live. Real-time Auto Judo fights are the fast and easy new way to get multiple dealers' best offer on any car you want. It's free and anonymous. Only the dealer you select as the winner of your Auto Judo fight receives your contact info. You're never obligated to buy, so test drive your best deals now at AutoJudo.com. Dealers fight, you save.
Yo, 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 check it out. We got the finest pizza in all the land. Italian Fiesta is on deck, and I'm telling you, it's a hit. These pies don't miss. No matter what time you get the munchies. Pepperoni, extra cheese, turkey Italian sausage, they got all the toppings. Italian Fiesta delivers until midnight during the week and 1 a.m. on the weekends. Plus, you can use your Uber Eats or Grubhub if you got the app. And if you ain't rocking with the pizza that night, try one of their sandwiches or pasta. And they have plenty of side dishes, just like me, if you know what I mean. Hop online and go to ItalianFiesta.com or call 773-684-2222. Piece of pizza, that is.
There's only one place to watch your favorite sports team and have mouth-watering pizza. Come on down to Moretti's Pizzeria, where you can get a pizza for half the price every Tuesday. Try out our delicious varieties of pizza, sandwiches, and much more. I don't know about you, but a gooey mac and cheese pizza with a size of cheesy mozzarella sticks and watching sports sounds like paradise to me. Stop by at one of our 12 locations near you. We're open 7 days a week, anywhere from 10:30 a.m. to midnight. Visit our website, Moretti'sRestaurants.com, for delivery, catering, and even private parties. Moretti's, we bring the fun.
Did you know that Club New in Aurora is the ultimate entertainment complex? Monday nights, it's free football and darts in the sports bar. Tuesday night is league night. Join the pool and darts team. Wednesday night is ladies' night at Club New. All the ladies get in free. Gentlemen pay a $5 cover after 9 p.m. Thursday night starts the weekend off right with college flashback night. Low price drinks, retro music, and an awesome buffet. Friday and Saturday night, it's the hottest dance club in the suburbs. Club New Nightclub and Sports Bar is located at 2121 New York Street in Aurora.
You've tried the it places, but they leave you hungry with an empty wallet. That's where Gretel comes in. They got what you really want. Visit their chic, lounge-like gastropub and try one of Chicago's top burgers, the Gretel Griddle Burger. The house-made bun and garlic aioli set this one apart from the rest. And don't miss half-price oysters, 4 to 6, Monday through Thursday, with rotating drafts, craft cocktails, and portions that don't skimp. This is one of Logan Square's best-kept secrets. Monday through Thursday, 11 to midnight. Friday and Saturday, open till 1. 2833 West Armitage. Gretel, let's make this a night. Visit GretelChicago.com for menu and more.
He's right there. It's the bottom of the 7th inning. The last chance to order beer. But we didn't come here to drink beer. We came here to win this ball game.
Chicago's so lucky.
SportsTownChicago.com.
1, 2, 3 into the 4. Pizza at your house and you can get it at the store. Uh-oh, here we go. Chicagoland area. Little Caesars is heating up for the summer. Try our new Crazy Puffs, $3.99. Walk-in or delivery. 7 days a week. 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Filled with cheesy mozzarella pepperoni pizza sauce, buttery garlic flavor drizzle, Italian herb and Parmesan seasoning, deep dish Detroit style pizza, $7.99. Super cheesy bread, $5.99. Hot and ready combo, $12.99. And for your daily deals, go to LitCaesars.com. Oh, Little Caesars with our crazy puffs and cheesy dreams. You light up my soul with your pepperoni schemes. With every slice we share, with every moment we dare in this piece of love affair. So you didn't hear that just here. You don't want to miss out on these delicious deals. Visit your Chicagoland area Little Caesars today. Cheese, cheese, cheese.
Nobody does food better than our friends south of the border. If you're looking for delicious, authentic Mexican food in Chicagoland's backyard, check out the Topos restaurant. Try their quesadillas, burritos, or my favorite, the 3-taco combo with steak and extra chipotle salsa.
Muy caliente.
Even have breakfast for early risers. Topos is the highest rated Mexican restaurant in Naperville on Yelp. Once you try it, you'll understand why. Visit totoposnaperville.com for their menu, special offers, and online ordering on Grubhub. Pickup or delivery. Topos restaurant, open nightly until 8:30, closed on Sundays, located next to the Jewel on Aurora Avenue in Naperville. Experience fresh, homemade Mexican at the Topos restaurant.
I got an affordable family-owned restaurant for you that won't cost you an arm and a lamb. It's Goodies in River Grove. My Goodies order never changes. A gyros, not a gyro. Smother it in sauce and hot fries on the side for less than $9. If I'm really starved, I'll add a chicken kebab to my order. Looking for more? Try a juicy cheeseburger, Chicago-style hot dogs, or a toasty corned beef melt. I can walk in 7 days a week, dine with my family, or call 708-583-1700. Pick it up and enjoy it at home. Can't stop in? Not a problem. Goodies delivers through Grubhub, DoorDash, and Seamless. Goodies is located at Cumberland, Belmont, River Grove. Goodies, bringing authentic Greek food to the Chicago.
It's the summer of coffee at Dunkin' Donuts. To reach peak summer mode, you need
need your summer coffee, like a smooth new s'mores frozen Dunkin' coffee, a refreshing butter pecan iced coffee, or a sweet coconut cream pie cold brew. What could be better than iced frozen coffee on a hot summer day? Nothing. Dunkin' Donuts has all your favorite flavors this summer. So come enjoy the summer of coffee and keep cool out there, kids. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Looking for a great bargain? Want to find cool collectibles? Need to get fresh fruit and vegetables for the family? Come on down to Swap-O-Rama. 3 great locations, 42nd and Ashland in Chicago, Melrose Park and Ulsan, with hundreds of indoor and outdoor vendors selling clothing, tools, electronics, and much, much more. Have stuff for sale? Become a Swap-O-Rama vendor and turn your hidden treasure into cash. Visit their website for market days, hours, and vendor information. Go to swap-o-rama.com. Swap-O-Rama, the first name in flea markets.
Sportstown, Chicago. We are live here. That's right. It's the Illinois Media School O'Hare campus. Neil Fiorito. We have Fred Love and Antonio McCray in the his ass.
How y'all doing tonight?
Great. How are you, man? It's good to see you.
Yeah.
You look as handsome as ever, my friend. You get better looking with age, just like a bottle of wine, man. So we're talking Bulls basketball here, Tone, just in case you weren't aware. Well, we made you aware before we went live on the air, so you were aware. And we want to do a little bit of the recap of the 2024-2025 season, which what ended in another play-in game, Fred, is that right?
Yes, another play-in game.
The king of the play-in games.
They love those
and losing them.
Yeah, because they don't never win them. They never go to the playoffs. They just go right to the play-in and lose.
So sad. It's been so dry. I mean, you had, obviously the Bulls of old and Jordan for all those years and all the other stars that came through here, and then you got to Derrick Rose, which was really exciting.
Yeah.
And then he got hurt and just never was the same. And it's been just completely dry, from that moment on.
That's a complete disaster, to be honest with you.
And last year, even though they went to the play-in game, they were in third place. They weren't even 500. They were 39-43. That was their end season record. Obviously, a lot of new faces on the Bulls right now. You still have really good players like Giddey. Buzelis is pretty good, and I think he's going to get better. You got Kobe White. I don't know what's going to happen with Vooch. And now you got the new kid, Noah. So you have some fun players on that team. You can't forget about Io either. He was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah,
so you have some pieces on the team. You do have some younger players that can develop and hopefully develop into something special. What are your thoughts, Fred? I'll start with you. What are your thoughts on what to expect from the Bulls this coming season?
Well, last year was a disaster, like I said, but hopefully this year they can find some sort of traction and get back on track and become a better team. I still think they need to find a plan and make a decision on what they want to do. Vucevic is still a question mark.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's still on the team. I would have traded him, I don't know, what?
Definitely.
2 seasons ago I would have traded him, but.
What about Kobe?
Kobe, I like Kobe. See, here's the problem I have with Kobe, because you have Kobe and you got Giddey. And I like both of them, but I don't know if they can both play with each other. So I feel like you have to make a decision between one of them. And Giddey, if you want to bring him back, you're going to have to pay him $35, $40 million. If you want Kobe White, whose deal is perfect right now, but he's going to want a new deal, and he's probably going to want $35, $40 million.
And he deserves it.
Yeah, he absolutely deserves it. So I think the Bulls have to make a decision on who they want to keep between Giddey and Kobe. Me personally, I would keep Kobe, but it looks like they may keep Giddey, even though they haven't re-signed Giddey yet. So that's a dilemma that they have to work out within itself. And then Io, hopefully he comes back from his injury. Matas, I'm with you. I think Buzelis is a stud. I think this guy, if he continues to improve in the summer, he can be, I'm not going to say an all-star, but he can be a really good piece for the Bulls.
He really came on toward the end of the middle last year, right?
He's more athletic than I thought he would.
Yeah, he really is. And then, Noah's obviously a kid still. He's 18 years old, Essengate, but he's been playing pretty well in the games they've been playing as of late.
He has a lot of raw talent. They have to develop him into a basketball player.
Definitely. And the good thing about him is, I know people maybe frown upon it or laugh at it, but he did play with, grown men and grown guys. And
that's one thing I like about players like that is when you play professionally at like 14, 15, that gives me a sense that, okay, this guy knows what he's doing. He's played amongst big guys before. So I just want to wait and see what he can develop into. Because remember when Giannis was drafted, he was skinny as it can be. And then a few years later, he developed into like Megatron. So hopefully Noah can do the same thing.
He looks like Sammy Sosa now, right? A little twig. And then, no, it's great because it's a young team. That's got to, I mean, I have a lot of excitement about that just watching some of these young guys. But that's the thing about, you know, in sports, people move around so much, it's hard to develop that consistency. I'd like to see the Bulls have a little consistency and grow, you know, with some of these younger players. That would be a lot of fun. Tone, what do you think about these Bulls coming up? Have you been paying attention?
Yeah, I've been paying attention very well.
Talk to me, buddy.
I've been paying attention very well. You know, the Bulls, man, if they can just go back how they used to be by winning 6 championships each year after that, you know what I'm saying, it would be very awesome. But I know things change, man. Stuff don't be the same no more. And check out the owner, man. He doesn't really give a crap about his team and stuff like that. And he do all these investments and everything like that, man. That's why that's why Bulls going to do the things they going. And he broke up a good dynasty. If we would have kept it the same way, and when they won in 1996, 97, or that much, we would have been winning. We would have been winning more and more years and years out at a time.
Yeah, that's kind of the complaint that I think a lot of fans have. Just listening to sports radio a lot, like I do, aside from my own station at WBBM, I do like my sports radio, and that seems to be the consensus with a lot of fans. Is Jerry Krause, or not Jerry Krause, may he rest in peace. Jerry Reinsdorf cares about the bottom line and getting butts in the seats, and the Bulls still have a very high attendance. I think still the best in the league.
Yeah, they do.
You know, so you do feel sometimes that they just kind of are okay with mediocrity and being just in the middle of the pack, year in and year out. That is kind of sad, especially when you're a big fan like all three of us are of the Bulls. You start to lose interest and become apathetic, right?
And Reinsdorf loves selling second-round picks for cash.
Yeah.
So as long as he can get that cash and put it in his back pocket, he's good.
Yeah, and that's the shame of it all. I'm telling you, bring up a really good point when they broke up that team. But it's what we got to live during the heyday of the double three-peat there. That's boy, and you'll never. I mean, I don't know if we'll ever see a team. I mean, the Golden State Warriors are a pretty darn good team, and I know they beat the Bulls record for most wins in a season, but
they didn't win the championship, so it doesn't count.
True, that's a very good point. Yeah, very very good point, Fred. No, they going back to those years, it's going to be hard to find a team like that ever again. It was a different time the way they played too. There was a lot of defensive play during those years, and they were kind of rough with each other.
It was much different.
Very physical.
Much more tough.
Yeah, very physical. So I'm looking forward to a fun season, and
let's hope.
Yeah, let's hope they could at least get 500 or more, get over 500, or at least try and lead the division, or maybe become in second, or wherever you can to get into the playoffs. But let's talk about some of those heyday memories, because let's face it, guys, those were very special times, not only for us here in Chicago, but worldwide. Michael Jordan obviously is a worldwide icon. Everybody knows who Michael Jordan is, and we got to live it here in Chicago. So, Tone, I'll start with you. Some of those moments and some of those games back in the 90s. What are your thoughts, and who were some of the players that you loved aside from Michael Jordan? We all love Michael Jordan. What are some of those players that you enjoyed watching back during those times?
Oh man, I would always love watching watching Michael Jordan do his thing, and I also always enjoyed Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman always played dirty ball when he was with when he was with the Pistons, when he was with San Antonio Spurs, and then when he got with the Bulls, it was over with for him, man. Every time he played Miami, man, he on the other end of the court wrestling with Alonzo Mourning, man. come on, man. We're trying to win a game. And he at the other end of the court wrestling with Alonzo Mourning, bro.
He got into his head more than anybody's head. Didn't he?
Alonzo hated Dennis.
Yeah, he got in the Shaq head.
So do you guys know, speaking of, since we're on to Dennis Rodman, this is something I didn't even know, why he earned the nickname The Worm, not for his basketball style, but for his movements while playing pinball as a kid. He would wiggle and twist his body in a unique way, which reminded people of a worm.
Wow.
And that's how he got his nickname of The Worm, which I didn't even know. It came from his pinball playing days and the way he moved around. I guess pretty funny, pretty unique. But yeah, obviously stuck. But yeah, to watch him play, Tone, was so much fun. And I think that he really did have a lot of respect for Michael Jordan, rather, for Dennis Rodman, for Phil Jackson. I think he really respected that dynasty.
Oh, yeah.
And Chicago, and he played his you-know-what off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You had to respect him. The way he played.
Yeah, he was awesome. What about you, Fred? What stands out, obviously, aside from, like Tone said about Rodman and Jordan and all the fun on those teams? What are some of your favorite memories and players growing up?
Well, that was my childhood growing up, seeing the Bulls win championships. And I say one of my favorite memories was when Scottie Pippen dunked on Patrick Ewing. That was one of my favorite. I think I was maybe like 5 or 6 years old watching that. That happened, I think, like 94, 95.
Yeah. I could picture it in my head, right?
When that dunk happened, I think that's what made me an instant basketball fan when I saw that dunk and the way he just walked over Patrick Ewing and Patrick Ewing got mad and then he wanted to fight Scottie Pippen and that was incredible.
That's cool to hear. It's the Scottie Pippen memory that actually got you into the Bulls.
Yeah. Other than 1.8 seconds when he didn't want to come into the game, but
yeah, you
that's
can't forget.
Not a memory
You ain't letting that go, are you, Fred?
Nah. Bill Cartwright didn't let that go either.
No, that's for sure.
He tore into Scottie for that one, but Scottie was in the wrong for it. But yeah, you had the dunk, and then you had all the memories with Dennis Rodman. I mean, the altercations he had with referees, with cameramen, with other players, as Tone was just talking about with Alonzo. Yeah. Sean Kemp actually told a story about that 96 championship in 96 NBA Finals. He said Dennis Rodman was doing all types of things to him, like touching on his butt, like whistling into his ear. Like he was doing all types of stuff, just trying to psych him out of the game, and he did it.
Sean
did
Kemp,
a good job at it.
Yeah, he did. I mean, talking about some of those players, as we mentioned, the guys we've been talking about, and then you got players like John Paxson, Steve Kerr, Luke Longley, Bill
Craig
Wennington.
Hodges was one of my favorites.
Craig Hodges was great, three-point shooter. Ron Harper.
Yeah.
You had all these pieces that came together.
And Purdue.
For this team. Will Purdue, of course. Yeah, Will Purdue was a lot of fun. Yeah, there was some real fun players on those teams, and obviously
Kukoc may have been my most favorite player.
Yeah, Kukoc.
Kukoc was good.
Yeah, I love Kukoc.
Yeah, good old number 7, right?
He come from overseas, though.
Croatia.
Yeah,
Split Croatia.
Croatia.
Yeah, I still remember the announcement from Split Croatia. Tony Kukoc.
Yeah, he was a lot of fun to watch. That was a special time, guys, and so glad we got to live it, and so glad we got to relive it watching The Last Dance, right?
Yeah, The Last Dance was wonderful. And it was great to see that inside look into Michael Jordan, because we all know the superstar of Michael Jordan, the lore of Michael Jordan, but then to get this inside look and see what Jordan was actually like when a main camera wasn't on him, that was incredible to see.
What an awesome
Jordan in his own element and cursing out teammates and being mad at Jerry Krause and executives and coaches. He's mad with Phil Jackson. Oh, that was wonderful to see.
Well, and you got to remember, guys, and you got to agree with this, that Michael Jordan made others around him better.
Yes, he did.
Because people wanted to play hard like he did, and people knew that Michael would be tough on him if they didn't contribute and do the right things, right? So very cool. It's all about a team, and that's what our team was here tonight for the Illinois Media School, live here in Sportstown, Chicago, the O'Hare campus. Antonio McCray and Fred Love, this has been a lot of fun tonight.
Yes, it has.
I hope you enjoyed it. And Tone, we appreciate you coming in and spending some time talking Bulls basketball. And we will talk to you again, live from Sportstown, Chicago. Everyone have a good evening. Thank you.
Peace.
Good night.